tell me, what drew you to this project?
Well, the script was great, really great, and I think the idea of being a part of something like this with Tommy Schlamme and with Jack Gorman, and a part of sort of this Pan Am history and the era that it's set in, and the incredible sort of historical things that were going on at this time, all of that was really quite a draw.
Hi, welcome. Forgive me if this sounds somewhat indelicate, but there was the girdle reference in the trailer there. And talking to the Mad Men women, one of the more interesting challenges of the roles, 60s roles, are the foundation garments of the period. How complete is the wardrobe, and what's that experience like?
It is completely accurate to the way it was in 1963, and that was painful, really painful. There's you have a long bra, what they call, you have your girdle, you have your pantyhose, it all clips all together, and you've got your blouse, your skirt, your jacket, your gloves, your heels, your hat, your bags. So it
basically it's a half-hour pee break.
Yeah.
And someone has to help you. They go with you because afterwards it's all unhooked, and you're like, I can't get this back together fast enough to run back to set. So.
How do you get that job?
That was basically your question, right? We learned quickly to not take our corsets off for lunch because it's a lot harder to get.
You can't get back up. I don't know how women got dressed on their own in those days. It's really difficult.
But the thing is that it changes everything. Not only the way you walk, but the way you breathe, the way you talk, the way it's
helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Hold here, guys.
So it's actually not been that bad. I'm a comedian and I'm used to touring and doing a lot of work, so this is actually comparatively easy compared to what I'm kind of used to doing. So I don't know, it really sort of bugged me that there weren't a lot of funny, strong women on television, and I just took it upon myself to change that. I'm definitely tired, if that's what you're asking, but you know, thank God for coffee and Ambien. For me, like in most shows, at least in American television, the women don't ever have the ball. The women are always sort of the one-dimensional, hot, you know, they're the backboard for the jokes or the setup for the jokes, but they really, you know, there's Lucille Ball and there's Tina Fey and there's Kristen Wiig and some of them, but for the majority of the shows on TV are written by men. Therefore, you know, I don't think a bunch of men are sitting around being like, oh, I really want these women to shine and be hilarious, you know. So when a woman writes a show, I think it's a little bit different. I think that smart, strong women who I'm surrounded with now, because I would watch TV and see all these sort of like one-dimensional women, and I was like, I don't know anyone like that. All the women I know are strong, and they have great jobs, and they make their own money, and they're independent, and they make their own, you know, choices, and they're, you know, brass and cerebral. And so to me, it was really important to explore the idea of you know, women making their own money now, so not needing to get married and being able to choose when they want to get married. And I know statistically in the United States, women are waiting longer to get married. We're getting married later, and if at all now, and because we don't need a man to support us. So that was really interesting to me, of sort of the choices that we have and the new sort of power that we have in that realm. And I also come from you know, a divorce in my family, which I think a lot of people do, and sort of what that effect has on us now in terms of our sort of like reservations and skepticism about divorce, and also just sort of all the stuff in terms of what the internet is doing with what our generation knows. I mean, Sandra Bullock got cheated on, so like what does that mean for the rest of us? And sort of the doubts and the concerns that we have, and what it means to say like, no, I don't want to run down the aisle at 23. I want to explore my options, and I want to, I'm sexually curious, and I sort of want more for myself, and that sort of, I want to be a slut.
Very exciting. Watch out, I might start singing. Will you really?
Maybe. Oh, if you're good.
That'd be nice to me. Good morning.
Yes, I sing. I actually, my dream when I was growing up in Rhode Island was to be a Broadway musical actress, to sing, to dance, and to be one of those girls. And so I took lots of dancing lessons, and I sang, and I was in a lot of musicals. And my mother actually made albums when she was a teenager, so it was a musical family. And I'm thrilled to be working in a world that is
is so pure and joyous and brings me back to the root of why I wanted to be an actress to begin with. And then to be able to sing amongst all these people in this kind of venue is, it's going to be heaven.